Have you ever really, truly stopped to think about what's going on inside the walls of your own house? Well, today, we're going to peel back the drywall and uncover all the hidden, complex systems that make a modern home tick. And you know what our guide is for this whole thing? A single, and as it turns out, surprisingly revealing website. Oh, yeah, we've all been there, right? A pipe bursts, the air conditioning dies in July, and in a total panic, we mash something exactly like this into a search bar. It's just this frantic jumble of keywords, stuffed together, designed to get a result and get it fast. It's functional, sure, but it's totally generic. But hang on, what if we look a little closer? What if a website title like this isn't just an ad? What if it's actually a secret table of contents for the hidden life of your home? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to use this one company's online footprint to map out the incredibly sophisticated organism that you live in every single day.
All right, so our journey begins where it so often does for a homeowner, with a simple plumbing problem. Something's dripping, something's leaking, and we need to call in a pro.
So you do the search, you click the link, and you're expecting to see the basics, right? Faucet repair, toilet installation, maybe drain cleaning, all the stuff that makes perfect sense for a plumber to do. And yeah, you find that, but then you keep scrolling.
And this is where things get weird. All of a sudden, you're looking at things like hydrojetting, gas lines, water damage restoration, and it doesn't stop there. Radon control system, medical and laboratory plumbing. Wait a minute, why is a plumber offering air conditioning and handyman services? And that's the whole point right there. This isn't just about pipes anymore. This is about entire home systems, all interconnected.
Okay, so let's try to make sense of all this. Let's organize it. If you think of your home as a living body, then all of its water management, well, that's the circulatory system. It's moving vital fluids in and out, keeping everything alive. Just look at how these services from the website, which seemed totally random at first, actually tell a story. Water comes into the house through new pipes, it gets heated up, it's delivered right where you need it by faucets, the wastewater gets pulled away through the drains, and, crucially, groundwater is actively forced out by sump pumps to keep the whole basement from flooding. See? It's a complete continuous cycle.
And, it's not like one size fits all. The level of detail here is pretty incredible. Just take the sump pumps, for example. Is your house a standard M53 home, or do you live in an area that needs the beefier half-horsepower M98? I mean, the health of your home's foundation literally depends on getting this one little component right.
Okay, so if water is the circulatory system, what's next? It's got to be the air. The quality, the temperature, the humidity of the air you're breathing, that's your home's respiratory system. That's the whole HVAC part of that company's crazy long title. We usually just think of HVAC as hot air and cold air. But look at what's really going on here. You're actually managing humidity levels with humidifiers and dehumidifiers. You're actively purifying the air with UV light systems, and you're even controlling how fresh it is with special ventilation systems. It's a total atmospheric balancing act, happening 24/7. And the tech behind this stuff gets amazingly sophisticated. Take the Energy Recovery Ventilator, an ERV that's listed on their site. This thing is, well, it's basically your house breathing. It exhales stale old air and it inhales fresh air from outside. And while it's doing that, it recovers the energy, the heat or the cool you already paid for. I mean, that is a huge leap from just cracking open a window. So we've got a circulatory system for water, a respiratory system for air, but what controls it all? Well, that brings us to the home's brain, the smart technology that manages all of these systems with incredible precision and efficiency. Think about zoning control systems. Instead of treating your entire house like one big box that's either hot or cold, you can actually tell the system, hey, I want the upstairs bedrooms to be warmer than the downstairs living room. It's this targeted, intelligent control that saves a ton of energy and just makes your life way more comfortable. And hey, remember where we started this whole thing? With that dreaded leak? Well, the brain has a solution for that too. A smart water shutoff valve is your ultimate defense. It's like a nervous system reflex. It senses a problem, like a burst pipe, and it automatically slams the main water supply shut before you've got a disaster on your hands. So we have circulation, we have respiration, we have a brain. But how do they all talk to each other? That, my friends, is where the nervous system comes in. The water, the air, the smart controls, they aren't separate things at all. They're all interconnected, woven together through a complex web of pipes and wires and sensors that make up the single nervous system that keeps your home alive and functioning.
So you're probably thinking, who is all this for? This level of complexity must be for like some high-tech mansion, right? But remember that original search term? The town it mentioned, Prospect Heights, Illinois, has a population of just over 16,000 people. This is not a niche market. This is Main Street. And in fact, it's not just that one small town. This one local business serves dozens of suburbs all over the Chicago area. So the big takeaway here is that these complex integrated systems, they aren't some far-off future thing. They are the standard for countless homes right here, right now. And this is the final piece of the puzzle. This is what explains everything. The reason a plumber offers all of these different services is because they absolutely have to. The systems are all woven together. To properly install a new furnace or a smart thermostat, you need to be an expert in plumbing and HVAC and electrical work. This one company holds 3 separate major licenses because a modern home demands it. So the next time you see a faucet dripping or hear your furnace kick on, just remember what's happening behind the scenes. Your home isn't just a collection of parts in a box you live in. It's an active, breathing, thinking system of circulation, respiration, and intelligence. And so the real question is, how well do you know the secret life that's happening inside your own walls?